Hello, all of you, trying for the first time live on through Zoom. Actually, I always do it through StreamYard. So, need to know all the adjustments and everything, how it is going. One second, dear students. I don't know if the can. Okay, let us begin. So we are going fine. This is my first lives. I have taken a lot, but in different way. This is our first live over here with live streaming from the Zoom. Thanks to the technology. One second. Okay, so here we begin with the live revision of RTP for the direct taxation for CA Inter on this auspicious day, that is 31st March, the last day of year ending. And we know how important it is with all the adjustments and everything. And actually, I got messages from so many of you that, ma'am, this is our last working day. We'll be getting holidays from tomorrow. So don't worry, very soon we will be taking up live classes for the MTPs also. For direct taxation, for costing, all I'll be taking live classes for the mock test paper with giving you the correct mind frame, the paper pattern and everything. Okay. So in case if you're watching this instead of live as a recording, fine. Go ahead. You know my way. If you're there in the Telegram group or in our WhatsApp group, just click the picture of your doubts and I will surely clear it. Okay. Right? I hope when we are taking up this RTP solving, along with the concepts revisions related to almost all the topics, whatever best I can give, I'm sitting here to give right now. But if you're just listening or here and there in a casual attitude, it will not help. I want all of you to have this hard copy printout, first of all, a calculator and notebook to solve it along with me. If you're watching this live, then definitely you can keep messaging me wherever you have doubts and I will be clearing it. Okay, right? So here we begin with the question number. Acha, one thing, I'm not discussing anything for the paper pattern and 60-40 ratio of tax and GST and whatever. That all we will do it in the mock test. RTP is the best part of the revision test paper is it is covering up all the variety of questions. Everything from your syllabus 1111 is covered, right from the slab rates to unutilized basic exemption to marginal relief to your heads of income to set off and all. Okay. So we would go into that sequence, and if you have any doubt anywhere, you can ask me. Even if you feel that it is still not clear, you are always free to comment below in the chat box also. Okay. Right, those who are watching live in the YouTube and not in my Zoom meeting, I'm not able to know who all are these. So if you can put a message with your hello and with your name, and if you can solve an answer along with me, it would be great help to you. I know a lot of doubts are also going on in the mind. Ki 1 month is there for exam. Are we actually prepared to solve this right now? Or still the portion is to be completed? Don't worry, please. This is when I'm asking you questions in this session, it is not to test your knowledge, ki how much you know. I'm here to give everything. When I solve mock test, by then, if your revision is over, maybe, in this live only we will go. So if you subscribe the channel, you will get the notification that we are live to solve the mock test. And there is an awesome fun in solving live with me. There's a different kind of focus and quality learning is there, right? So let us begin this. I'm sharing the screen right now for the questions. Okay, right. So question number 1 is, frankly speaking, an awesome question. And let us read it. And for this, I'll have to teach you important provisions of TDS and TCS also. So as we begin this, let us take some very important questions for TDS and TCS. Okay. Kishore and Sons is a dealer. This is a case scenario, and based on this case, questions are asked. And make sure that in your answer sheet, you have a working column wherein you work out an answer, because if they ask you third step as MCQ answer 1 and 2, if it is there in your answer sheet, you can use it for further calculation also. Okay, right? So Kishore and Son is a dealer of the coal, and its turnover for the financial year 21-22 was 12 crore last year. State government has granted a lease. We have taken this on lease from government. Okay. Just a second. I had downloaded it and saved it. One second, dear students. Some cold cough I am having suddenly. I don't know what happened. Yeah, please read it. All the amendments here are already covered up. Okay. So Kishore and Sons is a sorry for this trouble. I don't know, some throat issue. Chalo, now I'm little fine. Kishore and Sons is a dealer of the coal. Its turnover is 12 crore, and the state government of Hyderabad granted a lease of coal mine on 1st May and charged 11 crores. Okay. So Kishore and Sons has taken it on lease from government. When you take it on lease from government, you need to pay the lease charges. So do you need to deduct TDS? Answer is no, because you are paying the lease to government. Are you getting? So when you are paying the lease charges to government, can you deduct the tax and pay to the government? Answer is no. When we are making to government, when we are making payment to government, TDS provisions are not applicable. Okay, right. Then the Kishore and Sons is selling the coal. Okay, so first of all, lease charges ke bare mein they will ask you. That is the first question. Kishore and Sons has sold coal of 95 lakhs to Messrs. BAC Co. during the financial year 22-23, and XYZ purchased the coal 55 lakhs from Kishore and Sons for trading purpose. So we have sold the coal to BAC also. We have sold to XYZ also. And XYZ has purchased it for trading purpose. Okay. Turnover of XYZ is 12 lakhs. PAN is duly furnished by the buyer and seller. Details of sale and payment to BAC are given. Okay. Detail from the BAC by Kishore and Sons. So when we are selling the goods, okay, to the BAC is going to make us payment, and that details is given because BAC is going to deduct TDS. Now some of you are confused, cup TDS, cups TCS. Keep patience, read the questions. Turnovers of BAC during the year is also 11 crores. Good. Your financial year is 22-23. If in the previous year the turnover exceeds 10 crores, then whatever is sale or purchase above 50 lakhs, TDS and TCS provisions are applicable. Any one of it, I'll explain in the notebook. The above points were credited, amounts were credited to Kishore and Sons in books on the date given. BAC furnishes declaration to Kishore and Sons that the coal is utilized for the generation of the power. So you all should know now coal is covered in 206C1, first section of the TCS. That is your coal, your timber product, forest product. Yeah. But the condition is it should not be used for personal consumption. It should not be used for generation of the power. So in these cases, TCS provisions are not applicable because BAC is buying for generation of power. Okay. Based on the above facts, it's a little tricky question. Keep patience, and I know there was a disturbance initially, so make sure you read it live. Say from the beginning. Okay. Watch it again from the beginning, again and again, so that it will be clear to all of you. Now, based on the above facts, choose the most appropriate questions. Who is required to collect the tax at source in case of lease of mine? See, dear students, we have taken on lease from government and I need to pay the lease charges. So is 194C or any other TDS provisions are applicable? No. TDS provisions are not applicable when I am giving it to government. Then in this case, when who is required to collect the tax at source in the lease amount by the state government of Hyderabad to the Kishore and Sons, and what rate? Are you getting? Look at the first line. The state government granted a lease to Kishore and Sons and charged 11 crores. So we are paying 11 crores. In this case, now, who is required to collect tax at source in respect of the coal of mine by state government of Hyderabad to the Kishore and Sons, and that too at what rate? Right? Okay. So in this case, state government of Hyderabad is liable to collect 2%, or the state government of Hyderabad is liable to collect tax at source, being the excess exceeding 50 lakhs. 50 lakhs wala provision state government ko thodi apply hoga. Kishore and Son is liable to do the TDS. C answer is not there because TDS provisions can neither be applied. Neither state government is liable nor Kishore. So answer in this bit is the first one. State government of Hyderabad is liable to collect tax at source at the rate of 2% on 11 crores. And the provision applicable here is which one? 206C1. Followed? We have given it on lease. So for this, 1 second, I will share the notes. Why my notes are not being seen? 1 second, 1 second. Live streaming always, as I said, dear students, I have done it through yes, I'll show you the TCS provisions from our material, TDS. Keep patience. इसमें काफी सारा you will learn also. Many things you will learn it over here. Okay. So let us check it up in our TDS, TCS provisions. Directly, you all are having material. Those who are live in Zoom now, check it directly in your material. TCS, yes, TCS provisions, when they are applicable, let us check it. Yes, ready with that? 1 minute I will share. Look at the screen. Can you see this? 206C, 1C. By this way, we will revise it. It will take little time, but it will be very helpful. Every person who grants a lease or license or enter into contract, otherwise transfers any right, interest in parking light, toll plaza, all mine to another person for use of such parking lot or toll plaza or mine or query, the tax shall be collected from the licensee or the lessee. Who is lessee? Kishore and Sons. Who is lesser this time? The government. Okay. At the rate of 2% at the time of being debited. Is this clear to all of you? 1 second. Clear? Right? So in this case, the answer for this question is who is required to deduct the TDS in case of the lease charges paid by the Kishore and Sons? The government. So whenever I'm paying, say, lease 1 lakh, on 1 lakh 2,000 extra government will collect under section 206C. I mean, say 206 1C. Is this clear now? Okay, right. Chalo. Let us go to the next question now. Second question. Is Kishore and Sons required to collect TCS in respect of the sale transactions with the BAC? If yes, see, whatever Kishore has sold to BAC, TCS provisions are not applicable. Answer is no. TCS provisions are not applicable. Why TCS provisions are not applicable? The reason is Kishore and Son is selling the coal to BAC. So BAC will collect TCS under section 206(1), the first section in the TCS, if coal is used for trading purpose. But if the coal is used for personal consumption, or if the coal is used for generation of the power, then TCS provisions are not applicable. Again, back here. Look at this. This is your TCS chapter. This is the coal. And here, come below this. TCS 1 to 7 are not applicable if goods are purchased for personal consumption, or TCS not applicable if the buyer furnishes declaration in writing that goods are to be used for manufacturing, processing, or for the purpose of power generation. So already BAC has given to Kishore and Sons. BAC has given to Kishore and Sons this, what do you say, declaration that we are going to use it for power consumption. So 206C1 is not applicable. So answer for your this question is this question, second question is no. Kishore and Sons is not liable to deduct. Okay. Now the third one. Is Kishore and Sons required to collect tax at source in respect of sale of transactions with XYZ? If yes, okay, what is the amount? Okay, so Kishore and Sons is required to collect TCS on the goods which it has sold to XYZ. How many goods are sold to XYZ? 55 lakhs. Okay, so 55 lakhs, and they said that they are buying it for the trading purpose. So is this very well covered under 206(1)? Answer is yes. Just now I read. BAC is not covered because BAC is going to use it for generation of power supply, not allowed. TCS provision. So third answer is very clear. We have sold goods of 55 lakhs. Kishore and Sons has sold to XYZ, and XYZ is using it for trading purpose. So on 55 lakhs at the rate of 1%, please write down over here 206C1. 206C1 में applicable रहेगा. ठीक है? Right. Next. In Messrs BAC and Co. Now whatever I have sold to BAC, TCS is not applicable. Then will it be covered under TDS 194Q? Answer is yes. It is very well covered. Okay. Let us see how. Is Messrs BAC and Co required to deduct tax at source in respect of purchase transactions with Kishore and Sons? If yes, when and what? Kishore and Sons has sold the goods to BAC. BAC has used for power supply. TCS provisions are not applicable, but TDS are applicable or not? Yes. Is the TDS provisions are applicable? Yes. So BAC company is required to deduct tax at source in respect of the purchase transaction. Which one is applicable? 194Q. What are the conditions for 194Q? Let us see it here. 194Q, we all know there are conditions for 194Q, and 194Q says, first of all, check the turnover of last year. Is the turnover, is the purchase is greater than 10 crores? Answer is yes. Here are the purchases greater than 10 crores? See, 194Q. 206C 1H is anyways not applicable. And if both are applicable, ma'am, as a seller, I also want to charge TCS. As a buyer, you also want to charge TDS. So when 194Q and 206C 1H both are there, then which one will prevail? 194Q. So on purchases, BAC will deduct TDS, right? And for that, what are the provisions? He is a buyer whose turnover in 20 to 22 exceeded 10 crore. Dekh lo. BAC ka turnover, is it exceeding 10 crore? Yes. They have already given that the turnover of the BAC last year is 11 crores. He is responsible for paying to the resident seller Kishore. Yes. Aggregate value exceeding 50 lakhs. Leave the first 50 lakhs. Then whatever it is, TDS is deducted at the rate of 0.1%. And at the time of payment or credit, whichever is earlier, at the time of the payment or credit, whichever is earlier, it is deducted at the rate of 0.5%. And if the PAN, if the seller, I want to deduct your TDS and then pay you. If the seller doesn't give PAN, instead of 0.1%, 5% TDS is deducted. Is this all clear to all of you? Right? So let us see this now, that BEC and Co is required to deduct TDS on purchase of transactions. Answer is yes, at the rate of 0.1%. Now answer for the fourth one is A. But why did they give this in 4 bits? Why they have given this in 4 bits? Okay, let us see why they have given this in 4 bits. First one is the answer. Look at this. First payment, details of sale and payment. Now look at the column on the screen. Sale or payment, whichever is earlier. Is this clear to all of you? So this time, 35 lakhs, we have sold the goods. Will the TDS be deducted when they make the payment? BAC, answer is no. In the next bill, 25 lakhs I have sold. So 35 and 25, that makes it how much? 60 lakhs. So 50 lakhs, leave it. On 10 lakhs, 1% comes to 1,000. 1,000 TDS will be deducted. Please write the section 194Q on which date? 30th of June. Look at the screen. Why 30th of the June? Because this is earlier. Whichever is earlier, date of sale or date of credit. Clear? Right? Then on 8 lakhs, 8,000, 1,500 and 1,200. Look at the answer. Look at the answer, the fourth one. First 1,000. Because even though last year the turnover of the buyer exceeded 10 crore, this year whatever he has purchased, first 50 lakhs, no TDS provisions, 194Q. 50 lakhs ke baad in the same bill also, whatever is over and above 50 lakhs, 0.1%. So 1,000, 800, 1,500 and 1,200. Ma'am, such vast questions are asked for 1 marks. Then the answer is, this is I think for practice. इतने भी technical नहीं पूछेंगे, और अगर पूछ लिए तो हम definitely करके आएंगे. Dear students, trust one thing as I say, if there is something very tough or technical in the exam, and I know income tax paper is not tough, but the basket is very vast. Income tax and GST and MCQs and big questions of capital gain and house property. So it is vast. But if you repeatedly watch the booster videos, revision lectures, which we have uploaded, and first of all, have you taken the coaching, quality coaching or not for once? For once. Not just to somehow manage and juggle and clear your inter, but to have a super base for your final and get that CA or CMA name in front of you, right or not? That degree in front of your name. To uske liye knowledge hona hai. So for all this, I am saying you, just watch it again and practice it. If you have any doubt, you can always ask. Next one. Assume that for the purpose of MCQ, BAC's turnover for 21-22 is 9 crore. Oh, BAC is buyer. If BAC's turnover is 9 crores, if BAC's turnover is 9 crores, then TDS provisions are not applicable. Who is required to deduct the tax at source or collect? And we cannot collect TCS. Kishore and Sons is selling the goods. So we cannot collect TCS because you are using for power generation. So for this, what will be the answer then? Is Kishore and Sons liable to collect TCS? No. Is he liable to collect TCS above 50 lakhs? No. Is BAC liable to deduct the TCS? No. Answer is neither Kishore and Sons will collect and nor this. So here we complete with this case study, but I want to share all the concept in the notebook. Thoda sa time lagega, keep patience, but let us do it nicely. Now look at this. I'm putting all the data on the screen. Kishore and Sons is selling goods to XYZ. Okay. Now, frankly speaking, Kishore and Sons turnover is also greater than 10 crore. You check the data. Or if you want me to write, I will write it. I want to discuss this question little in depth because Kishore and Son ka khud ka turnover kitna hai, they must have given. Last year, 12 crore. 12 crore. XYZ ka last year's turnover is also 12 crore. And BAC's turnover last year is 11 crore. Now carefully look at. You know, dear students, when Kishore is selling the goods to XYZ, Kishore can collect TCS under 206C1H. Sorry, 206C, direct wala. First wala hai na, because XYZ is to buying for your first one. First one is 2061C. 2061C because he is buying the coal for trading purpose. He is buying the coal for trading purpose. So definitely Kishore and Sons can collect TCS. And XYZ is the buyer. So buyer can deduct TDS under section 194Q. So when 206C, 1C and TDS, both the provisions are applicable. I can collect TCS when I'm selling. You can deduct TDS. In that case, they have clearly said in 194Q, if 194Q or 206, 1C or 1H is applicable, then 194Q will prevail. Clear? So XYZ, go ahead. This will not come. And 194Q. Just as clear? We have answered all the questions. Now, what is the turnover of the XYZ for the current year? They have given all the turnover. Okay. XYZ has purchased the coal for the trading purpose. Yeah. One second. Huh? Oh, yeah, this one is to trading purpose. So here I missed it. BAC ka aega. Here instead of TDS provisions, because it is a trading purpose, 206C direct first section only. How much is the turnover for them? How many goods have we sold? 55 lakhs. So on 55 lakhs at the rate of 1%, TDS will not come. TCS will be there. Sorry, I missed it. They to purchase for trading purpose. BAC purchased for power generation. When they purchase for power generation or for personal consumption, TCS provisions are not application. Then BAC, you only deduct TDS under 194Q. BAC said, okay, fine. On credit or payment, whichever is earlier. On credit or payment, whichever is earlier. Now, what is BAC's turnover? First sale is 35 lakhs. No TDS. The next sale is 25 lakhs. Here, 25 and 35. So, total it is 60 lakhs. Out of 60 lakhs, 50 lakhs छोड़ दो. और जो 10 lakhs है, जो 10 lakhs है, on that 10 lakhs, TDS will be deducted at 0.1%. That comes to 1,000. That's what is your answer. Then on 8 lakhs, it is 8,000. Then on 15 lakhs, it is 1,500, 1%. and on 12 lakhs it is 1200. All clear to all of you now? Kishore has sons sold to XYZ. XYZ is to buying the coal for trading purpose, so TCS will be applicable. Yes. And for BAC, TCS is not applicable. Why? Because they are buying the coal for power generation. So what we will apply? We will apply. I know, see, it's a challenge to do all this, that too in a live session, not for my sake. I have also checked it and pause the video and read the question and then watch the video. It will be very clear to all of you. And Kishore and Sons is the lessee. Lesser is government. So government will collect the lease charges, pay TCS. When Kishore and Sons is paying the lease amount every year to government, along with that, they will collect the TCS also. Okay. So that's all for this question. Now let us go to the next one. And the next one is okay, sixth one. Now on single questions are there for the MCQs. And let us check it up. Messrs. Virat is having a house property in Chennai, which is let out to Mr. Sumit. For acquisition of this house, Mr. Virat has taken loan. So loan देखते से indicator. In case of, चलो पहले question पढ़ लेते. 30 lakhs, 10% on 1/4/16. He has further taken a loan of 5 lakhs towards the repairs. He has not repaid any loan. Original वाला भी और ये भी कोई भी repay नहीं किया. Amount of interest deducted under 24B to Mr. Virat if he opted for the provisions of 115 BAC. 115 BAC alternative tax regime. Actually, lot of amendments are there from Finance Act 23. Kal se, 1st April se. But that is not applicable for your exam. But 115 BAC, it is just a guesswork. 8 marks question they can ask. What is the applicability of tax in the new tax regime? Old is what you have been regularly calculating. If you go for 115 BAC, I'm not explaining full 115 BAC. If you just want to learn 115 BAC in half an hour, watch in my YouTube channel playlist tax concept videos. Doubt of the student, and I come up with a video for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and it's a challenge. It's a promise your doubt will be clear. Some students were confused for interest on loan. I have made a video just few days back and more than 100 students have watched it and messaged it is clear. It's not boosting myself, but with this 21 years of teaching experience, I want all of you to go headstrong for the exam. And for that, 2 things are only required. Quality, good coaching. Not watching one lecture from this in YouTube, another one. ऐसे ना जुगाड़ मत करो. Take good quality coaching from one teacher for once. YouTube is super good for revisions, mock test, marathons. बार बार repeated सुनने के लिए अच्छा है. But for once, you all should take coaching. I know, dear students, I'm telling you live in YouTube, but this is the truth. And second thing is do super duper writing practice. If you have followed this RTP, which you are discussing with me, and later, if you sit and solve it in 1.5 hours, 2 hours, check for yourself. That will give you an amazing confidence. 3 hours of exam you need to write. If you don't know writing practice नहीं करोगे तो कैसे होगा, है ना? चलो. So he has not repaid any loan. Are you writing somewhere important topic for the upcoming exam is 115 BAC, right? Now, if he opted for the provision is, and what will be the interest deductible? Now we all should know that if you go for 115 BAC, then what do I say? In income from house property, you cannot show a loss. You can show income, you can set off interest and all. Losses are not allowed to be set off. Carry forward you can do. I hope you are getting. If you go in new tax regime, you cannot bring house property loss in the outer column and set it off with business head and salary and all. मैम फिर वो लॉस का क्या करें? कैरी फॉरवर्ड कर सकते इन द सेम हेड यू कैन सेट ऑफ. Right now, pick up your calculators, please. On 30 lakhs, on 30 lakhs, how much interest it is? 10%. Okay, right? And one more loan you have taken 5 lakh into 12% into 9 by 12. Why 9 by 12? Because you have taken the loan in July. So 9 by 12. That is coming to 45,000. So answer for this will be what? Third one, C bit, 3,45,000. 3,45,000 will be the answer. Clear? Okay. Oh, good question. What about the pre-construction interest, ma'am? Nothing is when you have taken the loan and you have taken loan in 2016. Pre-construction interest is deductible in 5 years from the year when construction is over. So might be 5 years are over. Just take current year's loan and done. Okay. Seventh one is a tricky question. Tricky मतलब काफी सारे calculations हैं, and actually you should not do it in decimals. पूरे zeros लिख करेंगे, but I will show you how to do it now. Rishabh is aged 65 years. Indicator above 60 years. No, 3 lakh basic exemption. है ना? Now he's a resident in India. Has total income 4 crore 50 lakhs, comprising of long-term capital gain under section 112 of 85 lakhs. Long-term capital gain under section 112 of 85 lakhs. So on 85 lakhs, what will be the tax on long-term capital gain? 20%. Long-term capital gain 112A. This is related to shares where STT is charged. So this will be additional 1 lakh exemption is there in long-term capital gain on shares 112A, and remaining 74 lakhs पे कितना tax होगा? Long-term capital gain on shares 10%. And other income is 2 crore 90 lakhs. So if the income is between 2 crore to 5 crore, surcharge is applicable 25%. So basically this whole question is go to your basics, revise your tax rates and the surcharge. Up to 50 lakhs nil, 50 lakhs to 1 crore for individual and all, the surcharge rate is 10%, 1 crore to 2 crore 15%, 2 crore to 5 crore 25%, and 5 crore and above 37%. So here on 2 crore 90 lakhs, how much surcharge is applicable, dear students? 25%. What would be the tax liability, assuming that Rishabh has opted for 115 BAC? Oh, if you opt for 115 BAC, higher basic exemption is not there. See how in-depth you need to learn the concepts. Ma'am, looking at 65, I will take the basic exemption 3 lakh, and that will be one of the option answer. And you will feel it is correct, but answer is wrong. If you go for 115 BAC, no additional basic exemption 3 lakh, 5 lakh is applicable. No. Even if you are 82 years old, your basic exemption will be only 2,50,000 if you are going for the new tax regime 115 BAC. Is this clear to all of you? I hope now sound, volume, everything is clear. Initially there were some glitches. Huh? So thoda sa fast forward kar lo. Chalo. Assuming that Rishabh has opted for the provisions, what is the answer? Shall we work this in our notebook together? Yes. I'm solving this as problem number 7. I want all of you to write. I know it is an MCQ. बिना सॉल्व किए तो नहीं आएगा आपको. हाँ, तो इसको कर लो. Though he's 65 years, no seniority benefit. This is for your knowledge. I'm making you write down so that you understand. No seniority benefit if he opts for section 115 BAC. Super. चेक करो, कोई डाउट है तो पूछो. Though he is 65 years, no seniority benefit of 3 lakh, 5 lakh. If he opts for 115 BAC. ठीक है? If he is going for new tax regime. Now, tax liability for Rishabh. I'm just writing Mr. R. First, special income, special rates. Okay. So see how I'm calculating. Just I'm making a table. If you want, you make. Otherwise, you can go in the flow. Particulars, computation, and the tax. Particulars, computation, and the tax. Ma'am, itna time kahan hai? Thoda sa rough mein you can do the working, and it's rough and you just have to put as MCQ. So definitely you can do it in decimals also. है ना? एग्जाम में पूरा लिखना है, पर अगर आपको सिर्फ MCQ पूछा और टाइम नहीं है, you can do it in decimals. So first he is having long-term capital gain 4 crore 50 lakhs. On 4 crore 50 lakhs, the tax, or I'm writing here tax plus surcharge. So what is the tax on 4 crore 50 lakhs? Check with me and answer quickly, quickly. Who will say the rate? Long-term capital gain पे tax कितना है? 4 crore 50 lakhs पे 20%. No, total income is 4 crore. Sorry, and it consists long-term capital gain 85 lakhs. Huh? Sorry, please change it. Long-term capital gain is 85 lakhs. So on 85 lakhs, tax at the rate of 20% comes to 17 lakhs. And now on 85 lakhs, the surcharge is not there. है ना? No, surcharge is there. 85 lakhs, 50 lakhs के ऊपर गया. Now, surcharge हम बाद में calculate करेंगे. There is a reason. Long-term capital gain, section 112A. This was 112. 112A, that is listed shares on which STT is deducted. How much it is? 75 lakhs. First of all, I will minus additional basic exemption. और 1 लाख रुपए additional basic exemption मिलता है over and above the routine basic exemption. So what is the taxable long-term capital gain? 74 lakhs at the rate of 10%. 74 lakhs at the rate of 10%, that is coming to 7.4 lakhs. Now, what is this total tax on long-term capital gain? 17 and 7.4. तो मिला के कितना आ रहा है? Yes, faster than me. Use your calculator. 24.4 lakhs. On this, you will add the surcharge. Awesome. On this, you will add the surcharge. At what rate? Now there's an amendment. This RTP is like superb. Even finals RTP is so good. It is covering up all the amendments of newly added, updated return, your TDS, TCS, all. So there's an amendment which says that on long-term capital gain, normal or shares higher surcharge rate of 25% and 37% are not applicable. Ma'am, but here the total income is exceeding 2 crore up to 5 crore, hai na? Read the first line of the problem. The total income is 4 crore 50 lakhs. So if the total income is exceeding 2 crore, surcharge rate should be 25%. But in case of long-term capital gain on shares and all the other long-term capital gain, highest surcharge rate is only 15%. 15%. So 24.4 lakhs plus 15%. Surcharge is always calculated on tax. So what is the tax plus surcharge? I know I'm taking little longer time, but अच्छा problem है, एक बार कुछ सीखना भी हो जाएगा. Into 15%. I'm just doing it in decimals, so I'll take a lot of decimals. 28.06. Anyone is having any doubt here? I want to repeat, on long-term capital gain 20%, on shares additional 1 lakh, and on 74 lakhs. So on total tax, frankly speaking, surcharge should have been 25%. But they said for long-term capital gain, highest surcharge rate from financial year 20 to 23 is restricted to 15%. Now what is your tax? 20. Now other than this, what is the other income? Normal income. 290 lakhs. 290 lakhs. And they are paying the tax in new regime. You will remember in new regime up to 15 lakhs, for every 2,50,000 increase in income, 5% is the increase in the tax rate. तो अब new tax regime में 290 पे कैसे tax निकालेंगे? 290 minus 15 lakhs. Whatever is like 275 lakh. इसके ऊपर सीधा 30%. You know, I'm going reverse in the tax rates for the new tax regime. अगर आपको डाउट है तो आपका मटेरियल देख लो. 275 पे 30%. 82. Such a nice background music is coming, no? Will also wants to learn. Sitting here. 82.5. This is what is what? Above 30%. Above 15 lakh. Now up to 15 lakh, it will be like this. 0 to 2.5 lakh, it is nil. On the next 2.5 lakh, 2.5 to 5 lakh. On 2.5 to 5 lakh. On the next 2.5 lakh, it is 5%, 12,500. 5 lakh to 7.5 lakh. Next 2.5 lakh, it is 10% of the next 2,50,000, 25,000, 7.5 to 10 lakhs. On the next 2,50,000, every 2,50,000, the rate is going up by 5%, 37,500. On 10 lakh to 12.5 lakh at the rate of 20%. So जो next 250 है उस पे 50,000. 12 lakh 50,000 to 15 lakhs, it is 25%. How much is it coming? On 250, 25%. 60 to 500. Are you all getting? 0 to 15 lakhs, this is the tax. And 15 lakhs above, it is 30%. So I have done it directly. That's why I said this problem is little technical. मतलब कुछ बचा के नहीं रखा, सब कुछ पूछ लिया. They've asked you all the adjustments here. 37,500 plus 50,000 plus 62,500. So what is it? How much the tax is coming? 1,87,500 plus 82,50,000. 80. This plus this, huh? 1.875. So total is coming to 84.375. Are you all with me? On normal income, the tax is 84.175. And here the surcharge, we will take it as 25% because the income has exceeded. Even the normal income has exceeded 2 crore, 290 it is. So on this, 84 lakhs, 37,500. What is the surcharge rate? 25%. Okay, add करने के बाद 125%. Directly I am writing. Add plus 84, 37,500. $84.375 into 125%. 125%, it is coming to 105.46875. I'm just writing in decimals. Once again, long-term capital gain 20%, on shares 10%, on whole 15% surcharge, because promises even if long-term capital gain is 8 crores, you will not apply 25 and 37% rate of the surcharge. Now, what is your normal income on that tax? And on that surcharge, 25%. Now we are ready with two figures. Tax plus surcharge on special income, I call it A. Tax plus surcharge on my normal income, I call it B. Now last line, total tax plus surcharge A plus B. A. 28.06 plus 105.46875. So it is coming to 133.52875. Just points is in lakhs. And on whatever tax you have calculated on income, surcharge is calculated on tax, and on tax plus surcharge, 4% health and education cess. So 4% on this. That is your tax payable answer. Isn't it like too much for one problem? Into 104%. Directly I am doing. So your answer is coming 1 crore. First I'll write it in decimal and then full. 138.8699. That is 1 crore 38 lakh 86,990. And that is your answer. Konsa bit? B bit. B bit. You know, one of the answer is old rate also. They, oh, I missed out, ma'am. It is 100 and so many things you had to remember. Finished writing? You want time to write or all clear? Finished? Listen. If you calculate everything correctly, but 115 BSc, ma'am, I forgot he's 65 years old, but still I have taken the basic exemption 3 lakh, 82 years, 5 lakh gone. If you go for 115 BSc, additional basic exemptions are not there. Second pitfall is long-term capital gain on shares or other long-term capital gain. Additional surcharge rates are not applicable from this financial year. Take care of these points when you solve the problems. अभी तो ये RTP है, MTP भी करेंगे. In the next video, we are going to do the MTP also with the paper pattern, mindset, everything. And whenever I announce in my Telegram, in my WhatsApp that we are solving this, if you can, you know, read and come, it will be very easy. Or pause the video now if you're watching it as a recording, or pehle question padho and then take it down with me. ठीक है? I'm going to the next question right now. See, answer is B1. B is the answer. ठीक है? Chalo, 8th one. This is also tricky. Block of asset concept. It's like I'm teaching you some nice concept. Did you get concept here in the 7th one? Kya pata chala? Abhi jo revise kiya. House property mein what was important? Full interest is allowed because this property is let out. Had it been self-occupied, we would have allowed only 2 lakh. ठीक है ना? Chalo. 8th one. That's also little tricky. Then all jumbo questions are easy. We'll do it very fast. खुद से पढ़ो एक बार 8th वाला. Mr. A is engaged in the retail trading of toys. He has acquired a motor vehicle 4 lakhs on August 20, but put to use in October 21. When you buy is not important for block of asset. Important is when do you put to use. So 4, 10, 20, 21. Okay, that's the date when you have purchased A and put to use. Another, motor vehicle B for 3 lakhs on 1921, but put to use on 3/9/21. So 3/9/21, 4/10/21. This is all 21/22 last year. On 1/4/21, A took a vehicle loan of 5 lakh and acquired motor vehicle C on 31/5/2021. Okay, 31/5/2021. 5 lakh rupees ka loan you have taken to purchase motor vehicle. Okay. C for 5 lakhs on 35/21, and it is put to use on second. On 31/5 you have purchased, and it is put to use on 30 June 2021. Okay. So though you have taken a loan on 1st April, or with that loan you have purchased the vehicle on 31st May, but purchase date is not important, dear students. The day you put to use, and the day you take loan 1st April till the day you put to use, interest is capitalized in the books. You remember? You have for this accounting standard 16 also qualifying asset. Asset which is getting ready. You purchased it in May, but when did you put to use? June. When did you take the loan for that? April. So April, May, June, these 3 months, whatever interest you have paid on 5 lakh rupees purchasing the vehicle, can you capitalize in the books? Yes. And on 37/22, that is now current year, 22/23. So you have to prepare the block cost asset for 21/22 and 22/23. Please don't get disappointed that these are like too in-depth questions, but these are superb. And that's what professional exam requires, developing your analytical skills. So even if you're learning it with now, enough time is there, one more full month is there, definitely you will utilize it quality good, and you will prepare super well for exam. Abhi to mock test bhi karenge. I'm not just discussing randomly and saying, I'm telling you the provisions. If I purchase the asset and if I put to use, purchase date is irrelevant. Second, if I purchase the asset and take some loan from that, for that, till the asset is ready to put to use or put to use, that interest is added. So I have to prepare the block of asset for 21/22 and 22/23. Now on July 22, the same vehicle C was sold and reacquired it back on 28/2 for 6 lakhs. Assuming that above mentioned assets, are you getting? You have sold the C for 550 and again acquired it for 6 lakh. So when you possess a vehicle, when you sell it, and when you reacquire it, then there is a provision you need to take care. I'll tell you in the business end. Assuming the above assets are only assets in block, what would be the total depreciation for financial year 22/23? It's a superb question. And for this, I want all of you to go to our business head, ब्लॉक ऑफ असेट चलते हैं, बिजनेस असेट में चलते हैं. These are booster notes for house property. Look at the screen. Notes for depreciation. Asset must be the owner of the SSC. It must be used for the purpose of carrying on business. Asset must be put to use, and it is mandatory to charge the depreciation. However, if the asset acquired during previous year is put to use, all these conditions, ये अब सब पढ़ाने बैठे तो काफी time लगेगा. But here important thing is, do you remember actual cost? क्या लेंगे आप? Ma'am, I have sold it for 550 and I have purchased it for 6 lakh. So we'll take 6 lakh actual cost. Answer is no. Actual cost can be different. Read in this 5th point. This is the material, our booster material, which you are all having to refer, where any asset which has once belonged to SSC, C wala asset pehle kharide, and it has been used for the business, and thereafter it ceases to be his property by reason of transfer. Again, it is reacquired. The actual cost to SSC shall be written down value at the time of the original transfer, or WDV at the time of the transfer. When you transferred it, what was the WDV? And actual price of reacquiring, whichever is less. So when I transferred it, what was the WDV? Or when I reacquired it, what was the reacquisition cost? So your reacquisition cost is 6 lakh. Okay. And WDV we need to calculate. Is this provision clear to all of you? If the asset is acquired, it is sold and reacquired, then second time, even if you have reacquired it at 6 lakhs, you will reacquire at WDV of the original transfer. Jab beje WDV, so that they won't, and the acquired cost, whichever is less. They don't want you to jump on extra cost. खुद का ही asset बेच के खुद से खरीद के we try to inflate the cost and charge higher depreciation. No. The day you transferred, what was the WDV? That's the WDV you record back in books. Okay. I knew it. Many of you must be thinking that we are reading this for the first time, ma'am. So these are the points. If it is used for scientific research, what? And many things are there. In case of amalgamation, proportionate depreciation is allowed day-wise. You all must be knowing. And this is the format. Opening WDV plus purchase total minus sale value. You all know we are in income tax class, not in accounts class. So in the year of sale, no depreciation irrespective of they give you the date when you sold the asset. So look at the screen. Opening plus purchase is total minus the sale. On the balance, depreciation is charged. So on the sale value in the year of sale, no depreciation is charged. We have worked out these kind of examples in my workbook. You remember or not? Everyone is having this completed? Yes, yes, yes. Keep sending the messages. Right. Rate of depreciation, we all know. It is motor vehicle and all, that is 15%. Motor car, it is 15%. Shall we solve it in notebook? Yes. Yeah, this is the last one, which is tricky. Then it's 1 hour already. If you want, we can take a break of 2 minutes, 2-3 minutes, and then continue. Write down the note. Asset, this is your learning note, which is for your reference. Asset purchase date is not important. Asset purchase date is not important. Asset put to use onwards, depreciation is charged. Because here you have purchased the asset in December 20, but you have put to use in May 21. So depreciation will start from 21, 22. First I am doing it for 21, 22. Particulars and amount. Particulars and amount. A was purchased. And put to use on 4th October 2021. So full. Full years. B. Put to use is 3rd September 2021. Full year's depreciation. If it is used for more than 180 days, this is not accounts class. We will take proportionate depreciation. See, if you don't know and absolutely scratch you're going, then you need to pause, revise your block of asset concept, and then come back and solve this problem. On 3/9, you have put to use. Full year's depreciation. C. It is ready to put to use on June. For how much? ₹5 lakh. Till it is put to use, interest capitalized. Interest will be capitalized in the books till it is put to use. So what is the interest? 5 lakh loan you have taken at the rate of 10%, and interest is 3 months. Those who want to write down April, May, June. April, May, June. Till it is ready to put to use. 5 lakh into 10% into 3 divided by 12. 12,500. So C asset is acquired for 5 lakh in April, but it is put to use on 30 June and we have purchased it on loan. Till it is put to use, interest is capitalized as per AS 16 also. Qualifying asset wala. So 5 lakh 12,500. Done or kuch? No. So the total block A, B and C, the total block 12 lakh 12,500. 12 lakh 12,500. ठीक है? 12 lakh 12,500. 1 second. No? On this, how much depreciation I'll charge? 15%. 15% ka 50% if the asset is used for less than 180 days, but nothing like that. So 12 lakh 12,500 into 15%. 181875. अच्छा खासा बड़ा problem है. Now what is the WDV on 1/4/2022? That is for 2022 and 23 financial year. What is the opening WDV? Opening WDV is how much? 12,500 minus 18,1875. Yes, faster than me. 10,30,625. 10,30,625. Now, this year, he has sold for 550. Purchase भी पहले लिख सकते हैं, पहले सेल किया तो सेल वैल्यू. You all know in block of asset, opening plus purchase minus sale, and on balance depreciation is done. So he has sold. And on individual asset sold, we don't calculate the depreciation. We don't calculate the depreciation on individual asset sold. It is depreciation blockwise. Yeah. So 550. Opening WDV minus the sale value. Balance. 15,80,620. Again, he reacquired sale value of C. C purchased back. वापस से C को वापस खरीदा. तो in that A bit, जब C को वापस खरीदे, तो what is the A bit? Cost of purchase. Cost of purchase 6 lakh. You have sold C for 550, and in the same year again you purchase C on 20th of August 2022. So cost of purchase or WDV. What did I say? Take a pause here, and now let us read that provision and apply it. इसको वापस से अप्लाई करते हैं. अभी आपको पढ़ाया ना, ये block of asset format is clear. Opening plus purchase minus sale, and on balance you have to calculate the depreciation. Yeah, in specified actual cost, in that fifth one, when in any asset is acquired once belong to SSC and it has been used, okay, and thereafter cease to be the property by reason of transfer and is reacquired, the written down value of the at the time of the original transfer or actual price for which it is acquired. So actual price we have taken 6 lakh or WDV at the time of the transfer. So at the time of the transfer, what is the WDV? That we have to calculate separately for this asset. Are you getting? So let us do that. WDV of C asset on date of transfer. C को कब ट्रांसफर किया आपने? अभी July 22. So last year I purchased C for how much? Look at the screen. 5,12,500 last year in 21-22 minus the depreciation 15%. Pura 5,12,500 into 15%, 76,875. So last year I purchased C and full year's depreciation I have charged. So 5,12,500 minus 76,875. What is the closing WDV? 435,625. Now look at this. C is again purchased for market value 6 lakh. But you know, people fake it. अब ये fake ही है ना? First you sold C. Again you are buying at a higher price to again claim higher depreciation. Department says no. 6 lakh value is not accepted. At the day you transferred it, what was the WDV? 435. Again you are excuse me. Again you are bringing the same asset, no? Lower of the two. Lower of the two you will take. So which one you will take? 4,35,625. 4,35,625. है ना? Clear to all of you? Yes, let us complete it very quickly. What is the closing WDV? Now, what they have asked you now? Opening WDV minus the sale value. Add the purchase value. Not 6 lakh. 6 lakh mein kharida hai, but how much you will add the purchase value? That one. So, what is the closing WDV before depreciation? Plus 1,580,625. So that is 20,16,250. And on this, depreciation for financial year 21-22 will be 15%. Depreciation will be 15%. Oh, sorry. Sorry. One mistake I have done. 10 lakh. Always we add the asset and then minus. So by mistake I added. First you have to deduct the sale value. So we have sold the C for 550. So what is this value? 4,80,625. Add again, it is purchased 435, 625. 9,16,250. 916,250 into 15%. So what will be depreciation? Yeah, completed writing. Check the solution. Some allergy it seems I was not having. Yeah, this is the answer. Second. Two minutes, we'll take a break. I'll drink some water and come back. You also take a break. Now the questions are really very easy. All right, we are back after a break. All the MCQs we have done. Anyone is having any doubt? Ask me. So now all the questions are easy. Did you like the way we have solved MCQs? Lot of problems we have revised. I know the MCQs were like too big and too in-depth. Don't get scared. Itna bhi nahi aata hai. And I told you, if there is something 50% paper is out of the portion या कुछ तो कुछ पूछे थे मैम 50 marks का है जो clear होगा. Whatever may be the exams, COVID के time बाद का time, but then students have cleared the exams, right? Somehow they have managed, done, or every person, I mean, say, including me, including you all, including your articleship boss, or whoever has become a chartered accountant is having his own story, right? You are creating your story. That too on this 31st, no, we should be like, even like today morning I talked with one of the student and he said, ma'am kitna bhi padho aise lagta hai kuch nahi hai and we go down, kya hoga, is this? So doubt and fear are always going to be there. No one can be always positive, motivated, inspired. It's not possible. But important is not let your shadow side win. Not let your shadow side win, who is giving the reason, यार notes ठीक नहीं थे, coaching में ये नहीं पढ़ाया, घर में ये हो गया, किसी ने ये बोल दिया. This was the reason I left or I didn't do. Let not that lower side or negative side of ours overtake. It's like we know and we can always bounce back. It's a wonderful field. It's a wonderful profession. And once you qualify, it's like still heads are turning. I feel when I say someone, I'm a chartered accountant qualified in the year 2000, and since then into teaching, when I say this, still heads are turning. They say, oh, you are a chartered accountant. So all your hard work is going to pay, and go with the flow. This is an RTP, and then you all had doubt in MCQ, so I'm solving it live. Which answer? You want me to share the last answer? I will do that. 1 minute. Check karo. Kahan miss ho gaya karo. And these are MCQs are tricky. Now questions I'm revising so that we can simultaneously, check the answers also with that. 8th one. This is nice. Block of asset. When you repurchase the asset, it is to be recorded at cost of purchase or WDV of the asset when given, whichever is earlier. Done? Chalo. Now we are here. Oh, sorry. 8th question is over for all of us. And answer for the 8th one is what you have written. That is 1,37,438. Okay? Right. 9th question is about your residential status. Mrs. Roma, Indian citizen, is in government employee working for government. Indicator. The way you read the problem is very, very important. When you read the problem, what is going on in your mind, that's the speed, that's the confidence with which you will solve the answer. And those who are still connected with me more than 1 hour, thank you so much. I started little with some glitches because I'm taking it in Zoom for all my students, all of you, and in live streaming also in the YouTube. And technology, see, we are teachers of income tax. आप class ready कर लो, हम पढ़ा देंगे. But then nowadays, much technical support is not available who will do all the backup work. So it's like we are, at least for my case, I'm self-learning all this. how to do. I'll be very honest with all of you. I did trial yesterday evening. Okay, Zoom se bhi live streaming hota hai. Because if you see my earlier lives of mock test paper November 22, I have discussed. That also you can check. हाँ, एक exam पहले का MTP RTP में से भी question आते हैं. It's solved live. Just check in the playlist. And there I've used StreamYard. एक और app पता चला था. So it's like everyday learning for us. So thanks a ton that you are still staying connected and watching. Means you know that you will get some learning from here. I'm not going to test and ask you a lot of questions now. Let us discuss it directly. So as soon as I read Roma is Indian citizen and a government employee working for Indian government, she submits following information. Okay. Now, as soon as I see Roma is government employee, listen, government employees working anywhere and abroad, whatever salary they are getting in Switzerland or you can say Russia or Sweden, it's going to be taxable in India. But government employees getting allowances outside India are exempt under 10(7). ये ना तुरंत indicator याद आना चाहिए. She submits following information and she is ignoring the provisions of 115 BAC and calculate the income NOR, resident but not ordinary resident, your second column, and non-resident. So they are not asking you only the first column, resident but ordinary resident. तो वो मत करो, हाँ? So let us discuss and then check the answer. I think that way this will be fine. Salary income is received in Malaysia. Resident but not ordinary resident. What is the rule? World income is taxable. Second one, resident but not ordinary resident. Income received in India, deemed to be received. Accrued in India, deemed to accrue. And business connection. 5 types of incomes are taxable in India. किसके लिए? ये resident but not ordinary. What about non-resident? You remember one table? Yes, no, we have that. Non-resident will say, yeah, I'm the non-resident. Income received in India, deemed to be received. Accrued in India, deemed to accrue, full stop. Business connection or income accrued outside India received, why he will pay the tax in India? So that table, that mindset should be clear. If not, dear students, you are in learning mode. Pause the video now. Go to your residential status, my material booster notes. 2 seconds. If you want, I will show you. Itna easy hai wo table, and we are in which column should also be clear to all of you. Section 10AA also chances of coming. Huh? Agricultural income, one of the hot favorite. So many flowcharts and all I have given you. IPA address in India. मतलब ये सब पूरा residential status याद आ रहा है नहीं? I'm in this table. Look at this. We have to calculate the income only for these 2 people. Resident but not ordinary resident and non-resident. Income received in India. Yes. Deemed to be received. Deemed to be received is like TDS. I'm giving you 10, but actually I'm giving you 9. One I'm deducting and paying tax to government. Income accruing in India, deemed to accrue, like property is in India. Income received outside India, accrued outside India, but business controlled in India. Yes and no. Income received outside India, accrued outside India, profession set up outside India, no. Why will they pay tax? This person is paying the tax on world income, but they are not asking you to calculate this. So clear or not? Chalo, straight. Salary income received in Malaysia for services rendered there. So not taxable because it's all outside India. Profit from business in Orissa, taxable for all. Losses in Baroda, loss benefit for all because it is in Baroda. Profit from business carried on in Paris. Income is earned in Sydney and control. Nothing to do with India. I think better I check the answer, and with that it will be more clear, dear students. Ye dekho. Salary is received in Malaysia, rendered there. Why taxable for all? Sorry, because it's paid by government of India. हाँ, पहले ही बोला था गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया. Will standard deduction be given? Yes. Business in Orissa, taxable for all. Loss in Baroda, yes, you will get the benefit. Fourth one, business in Paris, controlled, accrued there, nil. Loss from businesses carried out in Canada, received in Canada, accrued in Canada, but business is controlled from Dehradun. Fifth wala case, जो अभी आपको बताया notes में. Yes, whether it is, अच्छा, when business income is taxable in India, तो loss भी यहाँ आएगा ना? Yes. Next, unobserved depreciation. If you are having this sheet printed, keep here the question paper and check the answer. Unobserved depreciation of business in Canada, 16,000. Okay. So this depreciation of business in Canada, 16,000 is the unabsorbed depreciation say related loss. You will take it here. Why? Because the Canada business is controlled from Dehradun. Now, profit from Indonesia business. Business is controlled from Delhi. Yeah. So if the business is controlled from Delhi, then whole 70,000 is taxable. And frankly, non-resident, fifth bit, controlled in Delhi, nothing is taxable. But they said 40% is received in India. Business controlled in Indonesia, received in Indonesia, accrued in Indonesia. Still non-resident is paying 40% income pay. 7 4s are 28 in India. Why? Because 40% income is directly received in India. Clear? Right? Rent from property situated in Canada, received in Canada. Nothing to do because both of them are R and O1. So this is how you are going to compute the income. Clear? All notes are given. You can read it. Because of unabsorbed depreciation also there will be loss and all and all. Chalo. So 9th question is also over. Over to the 10th question, which is actually very easy for house property. Mr. Akash owns a residential house property whose municipal value, fair rent and standard rent is given. House has 2 independent units, 25% ground floor, utilized for profession. Whenever you use the property for your own profession, you cannot pay rent to yourself. So don't make a column for that in exam. Make column only for let out or self-occupied, or more than 2 properties. When you have self-occupied, it is treated as deemed let out. Don't make column for the property which is used for business, 25%. 75% is used for residential purpose at a monthly rent of 8,500. Municipal taxes, 8% of the municipal value, which is given here. Look at the screen. 8% of 1,90,000. 8% of 1,90,000. He made the following payments in respect of house property during the year. Light and water charges. In case of house property, only 3 deductions are allowed. Municipal tax, if paid by owner, standard deduction 30% on NAV for all your repairs, this, that, all. अब और कुछ allowed नहीं होगा आपको. Correct है? So, now, nothing is allowed. And interest on loan. So in house property, if you pay light charges, repairs, ignore. But whatever light charges and repairs you have paid, 25% building is used for business. So 25% can be deducted in business? Yes. Interest on loan taken for the property for the repair is 36,000. Now, you know, some of you, ma'am, you said repairs, if you take the interest, is allowed 30,000, but that is only in case of self-occupied. Here, full interest will be allowed because it is let out. Akash has taken a loan of 5 lakhs for construction. Construction was completed on 30 June 2019. Pre-construction period starts from the day you have taken the loan or the day construction starts. That's 1st July 16. Pre-construction period ends on 31st March prior to completion of the construction. So July 16, you started the construction. 30 June 19, the construction is over. So 31st March 19. This is the pre-construction period, and this interest will be allowed from the year when construction is over for 5 years. 1920, 2021, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24, 25. 5 years it will be allowed. Income of Akash from profession is given 8 lakh. Exactly same question we have solved in our concept classes material. Same kind of question. 8 lakh is your, this is a combo question. House property to hai. Business income 8 lakhs they have given without debiting house rent incidental. So whatever expenses are given, municipal tax, light, water, interest, repairs, everything 25% will be allowed. And because you are using the building cut 25% for your business, whole building's depreciation 25% is also allowed, no? Business expenses are allowed or not if asset is used? And they said ignore 115 BAC. So let us see, it's very simple. I hope you are getting. The way I'm doing is I'm doing revision of house property, so many provisions. And if you like this method of revision, please check the marathon video. Though it is recorded earlier, all the small tax amendments are already covered in the tax amendment videos. And marathon video, if you watch, 45 minutes I have taken for house property in that, and you will revise everything. Everything you will revise. Okay? Chalo. Yeah, look at this. 75%. Now look at your problem. Fair rent and municipal value, whichever is higher. So 160 or 170, whichever is higher. That or standard rent 190, whichever is lower. So we will take how much? Fair rent or municipal value, whichever is higher. So 170. 170 or 190 standard rent, whichever is lower. High, low, high. So 170. Why 170 ka 75%? Because 170 is the municipal value of whole house and 25% is used for business. Only 75% is let out. So that is 127. And actual rent 8,500 into 12. So it's, you know, like a tide. High, low, high. फिर से एक बार. Fair rent, municipal value, whichever is higher, 160, 170, whichever is higher. That or standard rent 170 or 190, whichever is lower. So 170. I mean say 170 ka 25%. This or actual rent. So 127 or 1,02,000, whichever is higher. So GAV is 127. Municipal taxes are 160. Municipal value into 8%. Forget what is GAV, but if municipal tax are given as a percentage, 8%, take it off the municipal value into 75%. Why 75%? Because 75% is used. Now 1,17,000 ka standard deduction and interest on loan. And from business income, water charges 25%, municipal tax 25, repairs 25, interest on loan 25, interest on loan for construction 25, and depreciation. Now let us see interest on loan. Dhyan se karo. I feel only interest on loan they can ask you in MCQ or 2-mark question. For that, revise with me. Look at the screen. Pre-construction period starts from the day you have taken the loan or day you started construction, whichever is later. Pre-construction period ends on the repayment of loan, which is not there in this case, or 31st March prior to the completion. So June 19, the construction is over, March 19. This is pre-construction period. 2 steps are over. Third step, calculate pre-construction interest for the whole period and do the calculation in months. Pre-construction interest can be 31 months, 33 months. The day you started the construction and 31st March prior to the year when construction is over. Fourth step, calculate pre-construction interest. What is third step? Calculate pre-construction period. First, start and end. Calculate pre-construction interest. Fourth, divide by 5. Pre-construction interest is allowed 1/5 every year for continuous 5 years. Okay? And current year's interest, when will you allow? When you have not repaid. Okay, pre-construction period is over in 19 and 19 only you have repaid the loan. So pre-construction interest will come in 20 to 23 because 5 years are not over. But current year's interest will not come. Here it will come because the loan is not repaid. Now check the screen. Ye dekho. You have taken 5 lakh loan at the rate of 12%. Current year's interest. Pre-construction interest 5 lakh into 13%. July 16 to March 17. How many months? 9 months. July 16 to March 17. 9 months. 17 to 18, 12 months. 18 to 19, 12 months. March 19, 31st March 19, prior to construction is over. Look at your calculator. 9 plus 12 plus 12. It's not given in the working and I'm not able to write here. 9 plus 12 plus 12. 9 plus 12 plus 12. So it is, how much is it coming? You want me to show this in notebook or clear to all of you? पूछो कुछ doubt है तो. Yeah, 33 months interest is coming to 165, 1/5 allowed. And one more loan you have taken for repairs. Repair के लिए भी आपने loan लिया है ना? Interest for that ready they have given 36,000. So total interest is 129. 75% is allowed in house property and 25% is allowed in business head. Whatever property is used for business related to all proportionate expenses are allowed in business head. Check this. Is this all clear to all of you? Yes. Nice question, no? Chalo, let us check up the next one. Which one is over? 10th one. Now the 11th one. Very nice question. 11th one. I think now I will check it and if you have any doubt, otherwise, pure provisions mein bata deti hu. Yeah, CII rates they will be giving in the exam. Suresh has sole proprietorship. He owns a plant A and B. Depreciated value is given 10 lakhs. B is transferred on October 22. So opening WDV is there. 19 lakh minus. Expenditure on the plant transferred. Plan C is purchased on March 23. So on plan C, it will be 22 lakhs ka jo bhi balance bacha hai. Whatever is the, depreciation is charged blockwise and not asset wise. So plan C is purchased for 22 lakhs and nothing given. We assume first in A, B were there, C is purchased, so A and B has gone like that. So whatever is left out, depreciation will be charged at the rate of 15% into 50%, because if you purchase the plant in March 23, you have used it for less than 180 days. However, plan C is put to use on 2nd September 2023. Oh, the plan C is put to use on 2nd September. So no depreciation in that. Okay, are you all reading the problem? Generally we charge the depreciation 50%, but agar use hi nahi kiya to why will you charge? Business income before claiming the depreciation is 11 lakhs. First, let us take up this much. इसी को चेक करते हैं 11th प्रॉब्लम का आंसर। 11 lakhs. See, check with me. वापस से put your hand one over here. A was there for 10 lakhs. A and B. C purchased for 22 lakhs. And B sold. So what is the value? 13 lakhs. C is purchased and B is sold. So frankly speaking, A and C both are there. But depreciation is charged on block. And block has 13 lakh, which is the latest value of the C. जो first आया वो तो first चला गया. And no depreciation and additional depreciation for C because asset is not put to use. Is it easy? Yeah. And now let us do the capital gain part. Such an easy question. Are you getting? If asset is not put to use, you will not allow the depreciation. Now capital gain. Suresh transferred 900 equity shares unlisted. Listed, no indexation. Unlisted, yes. For 2350, Suresh does not own residential house. These shares were purchased on April 15. So 1516, what is the index and what is the index now? You can do. To avail benefit of exemption, he made investment. He has sold the shares and he has purchased the house. So when you sell anything and when you buy house, you get 54F exemption proportionately. In sale consideration, this is the capital gain. So in 19 lakhs house, how much capital gain will be exempt? Listen, dear students, if you go by the original flow, ma'am, capital gain or investment, whichever is lower, utna exemption le lenge. Ghar bech ke ghar kharide, agricultural land, agriculture. You remember or not? 54BD, 54EE, buy bonds and units of mutual fund. That's all fine. 54F says if sale consideration is this much, this is your capital gain. So if you have invested less than sale consideration, proportionate exemption you have got. Promise, even if you sell shares and you buy house, you can avail 54F, but you should not have any other house. और कोई घर नहीं होना चाहिए आपके पास. Clear है आप सबको? Right? Okay? So 11th problem. I know it would have been motivating, dear students, if I would have started with these easy questions to give you some grip. And then the technical one, the first one was really challenging and technical. Oh, surcharge. But I don't know, take a pause, come in the learning mode. How many concepts we have revised and how many things you have learned. So I hope this video is helpful. Please comment below. Those who are in Zoom, they should go to the YouTube and comment, and those who are watching it as recording, do share it with your friends. Subscribe to channel. I will do more in-depth, and this time no glitches. I told you frankly, this was my first Zoom and all live streaming, and that too all by myself. कितना पूछो नहीं होते हैं, कोई help नहीं करते हैं काफी बार. तो ठीक है, खुद से जो YouTube में समझ में आया, देख देख के किया. Now the next is going to be the mock test. Paper 1 and 2 I will revise for tax for all of you, for tax, for costing, surely. So subscribe to the channel so that you get updated, and it's a promise from the bottom of my heart. If you watch the playlist and concepts, tax concept video, costing concepts, it will surely be clear. Surely it will be clear. Okay? Because I know when I teach, I step into the shoes of student and I do it. चलो, तो हम ना ये करते हैं, क्या लिखा है यहाँ पे, थोड़ा जल्दी करेंगे शॉर्ट. And he has purchased bonds also. So bonds, so he cannot take the benefit. 11th one, let us see. 11th question. Yeah, till here it is clear, no depreciation. Now, sale consideration of unlisted shares. Index cost of acquisition, you all know. In 15-16, the index was 254, has become 331. So 2 lakh cost is question mark, cross multiply. Now 54 EC is allowable only in respect of long-term capital gain on transfer. I told you, property, land and building, if you sell and if you buy bonds, you get 54 EC. That too important condition is you should buy the bonds within 6 months of transfer. तो यहाँ तो क्या सेल किया है शेयर्स, तो you will not get 54 EC. 54F proportionately. Sale consideration is how much? 2350, and capital gain is how much? 2089. So you have invested 19 lakhs. So proportionate you will get. Proportionate you will get. 23,500 sale consideration mein capital gain is 20,89,000. So 19 lakhs mein question mark. Proportionate you will get, and this is what tax you will pay. ठीक है? Right. Next question is set off one single class of set off carry forward, and all your provisions will be clear for inter final all the students. Again, I'm saying tax concept playlist, just look for the set off, because set off mein salon se koi amendment nahi. So if you watch 1 year old video also, it's absolutely fine. Chalo. But you all know, whenever you talk about set off and carry forward, dear students, the first thing which should strike to you is 1 and 3 are not friends. Who is 1? Salary. Who is 3? Business head. Business losses you cannot set off in salary. Speculative loss is speculative profit may, but business loss, business may be or speculation may be. So like this, some provisions are there, keep in mind. Speculative loss can be set off in speculative income. स्पेसिफाइड 35 AD का लॉस 35 AD में ही सेट ऑफ होगा. सैलरी कंप्यूटेड है, इफ दे गिव सैलरी कंप्यूटेड, डोंट पुट 50,000 स्टैंडर्ड डिडक्शन, बिल्कुल भी नहीं करना. लॉस फ्रॉम लेट आउट हाउस प्रॉपर्टी, दिस यू कैन सेट ऑफ. क्लॉथ, लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन, लॉन्ग टर्म लॉस कैन बी सेट ऑफ इन लॉन्ग टर्म गेन, शॉर्ट टर्म लॉस कैन बी सेट ऑफ इन बोथ. Loss from gambling, betting, nowhere you can. Income from betting is directly taxable. मैम इनकम फ्रॉम बेटिंग में गैम्बलिंग का लॉस सेट ऑफ करें क्या? 8,000 कहीं सेट ऑफ नहीं होगा. मैम देन कैन वी कैरी फॉरवर्ड 8,000? आंसर इज नो. इंटरेस्ट ऑन सेविंग अकाउंट इज 12,000. Moment you see saving account interest, you should remember 80 TTA, 80 TTB. Saving account interest from all the banks, maximum deduction you are allowed under 80 TTA is 10,000. If you are a senior citizen, then in 80 TTB deduction allowed is 50,000. Clear? Interest on fixed deposit with the banks is 40,000. Is he a senior citizen? 65 years? Yes. So he can avail 80 TTB, 50,000. Normal citizen, 80 TTA, 10,000. Just 2 minutes video I have made on this. You can check it up. 12th वाला problem का answer हम देख रहे हैं एक बार. And this is very easy. Surely, please do it. Any doubts are there, comment below the video. And in the description, our Telegram group is there. Whatever doubts you have, just click the picture, post it here. I'll surely clear with a voice note. Income from salary में loss from house property set off होगा? Yes. Speculative income में speculative loss? Yes. Speculative income में normal loss? Yes. Long term capital gain में long term loss on shares, long term loss on unlisted listed shares, सब set off होगा? Yes. Betting income taxable, saving and FD income from other source में taxable. See, I told you 80 TTB, how much deduction they will give? 50,000 in case of senior citizen for saving and FD. And for normal citizen, it is only saving. All right, loss from gambling kahin set off nahi hoga. Clubbing problem is to like super duper easy. You know, in RTP, they give problem from every chapter, So I know we are going little longer now, but zarur discuss karenge so that you remember at least something which I am saying you now. 2 hours are over now since we started live, and it's a continuous live. Yeah. Examine the tax implication and compute income of Tushar, Mrs. and minor, provided they don't go for 115 BAC. Tushar has FD of 6 lakh in NBI, instructed bank to credit interest to Mr. Raj, son of his brother. Answer is no. Even if you try to divert your income, if FD is in your name, interest is taxable for Tushar. Tushar started a proprietary business 6 lakh, and for that wife gave 5 lakh. Khud ka 6 lakh, wife ka 5 lakh. Okay, the day you started, my capital is 6 lakh, wife ka 5 lakh, total on 11 lakhs capital, he earned profit of 4 lakhs. Yeah. So whatever capital wife has given, 4 lakh into 5 by 11. Are you getting? 4 lakh is the total income for Tushar, but 4 lakh he has earned on 11 lakhs capital, in which 5 lakh is given by wife. That much income will be taxable for wife. Husband and wife supporting each other for business, whatever profits they get in business, proportionate is taxable in spouse. Minor son is deriving income from skill and talent, not clubbed anywhere. Frankly, this should be a 3-mark question. Kuch hai hi nahi, itna easy question. Minors income में please don't do blunder, don't give minor देखते से student section 10 subsection 32 exemption. Hurry, when minor income is clubbed in the hands of the parent, that time see interest on Tushar's own income even if he has transferred to brother, and 6 by 5, 6 यहाँ होगा, 5 wife के हाथ में taxable होगा, वो business का 4 lakh वाला income. And minors income will be taxable in last column, minors hand. If that 20,000 is minus FD interest taxable in the hands of the parent who is having higher income, that time under section 10 subsection 32, minors income 1500 basic exemption is given. I mean, sorry, exemption is given under section 1032 per child, है ना? तो माइनर के ऊपर किसको क्या exemption मिलता है वो क्लियर है आप सबको? Just 1 second, dear students, I am here only. All right. Okay, salaries question directly I'm checking now. It's very simple. You do it once. If you have doubt, ask. Basic salary. Basic salary, if it is a retirement problem, take it only for 10 months, 9 months, not 12 months, and 42 lakhs. Client entertainment reimbursement. You know what? We take our clients for lunches and dinners for business purpose, and then we reimburse the bill. So bill you have incurred 240 as an employee, but for reimbursement bill submitted in the office is only 2 lakh. So 40,000 is benefit given. Employer say 240 rakh lo, but you spend for business purpose only 2 lakh. 40,000 is benefit going to employee from employer, taxable. Leave travel allowance, if you check it, it will be taxable because 1 lakh is allowed for air ticket. You remember in 4 calendar years with family, spouse and children, 2 holidays you can take with economy class. So that is 1 lakh. But 3 lakh here is the expense of lodging, boarding, hotel. That is not allowed. Leave travel allowance is only for the tickets and all. Performance bonus 20% for basic taxable. Housing loan, if the company has given you at 2.5%, but the SBI lending rate on the first day is 8%, balance difference will be taxable. Why 10 by 12? Because you have taken for 10 months. Equity shares, sweat equity shares, we call it as ESOP. If ESOP is given to you at 1300, when the market rate is 1500, 200 ESOP benefit 1500 number of shares is taxable. And standard deduction is 50,000. Entertainment allowance deduction is only for government employees. And PT, if paid by employer, profession tax. If it is paid by employer, add in gross salary and deduct. If it is paid by employee himself, deduct. कुछ नहीं दिया है, छोड़ दो. Nice problem it is. I'm directly checking because it's simple. Rent is received for 9 months. If fair rent, municipal value and standard rent is missing, directly take actual rent received as GAV. Municipal taxes, whatever paid, you can deduct. NAV, standard deduction is 30% of NAV, not of GAV. Don't do mistake. Interest on borrowed loan. 15 lakhs into, why 2.5? Actual interest is 8% SBI rate, but employer gave it to you. Employee, dear employee, you have paid 2.5% interest, no? Whatever interest on housing loan you have paid, can you deduct in house property? Yes. So 2.5 you claim deduction here, but they gave you a 2.5 and market rate was 8%. So difference is income from employer to employee perk, it will be taxable up. Now, when you get ESOP, you get it at 1300 because you are one of the important employee. But market mein these shares are issued at 1500. So dear employee, you got the shares at 1300. On 200, it's a 200, you have already paid tax. Now when you sell it, how much will be the cost deducted? 1300 or 1500? 1300 employee you have paid for ESOP. But on 200, you have already paid tax now under the head salary. Whenever you sell, the cost deducted is not 1300 but 1500. And now you have sold it for 2100. Pause here, read the question. We are quite long. It's a challenge. If any of live you have seen for RTP such a long, they will discuss the MCQ superbly well and bye-bye. But I want to कितना सारा revision किया और ये motivate करेगा आपको और पढ़ने के लिए. It's such an interesting knowledge. Set off, I say set off, treat as like a head of income. जो 5 heads में पढ़ते हैं उतना ही for 8 marks they are asking set off carry forward problem. So do it. So capital gain I hope is clear. When you sell, don't deduct the cost as 1300 what you have paid to employer, 1500 because on 200 you have paid the tax, right? So that is one. It is 1 second. Sorry, some charging में मुझे डालना है इसको. Thank you so much for waiting. Chalo. Dividend income is taxable in income from other sources. Interest on RBI bonds, routine. ATC, LIC policy deduction is there. Mediclaim you are not paying here, deducting here because Mediclaim is allowed only if you pay by check. Up to 5,000 expenses are allowed if they are like diagnostic center expense. Here everything is paid by, everything is paid by cash. That's why it's not allowed. LIC, Mediclaim. Now short-term capital gain 15%, other income, routine and surcharge. Because the income exceeded 1 crore to 2 crore, surcharge is charged. 10%. It has income आया कितना? Total income 73 lakhs. So if income is between 50 lakhs to 1 crore, you pay surcharge at the rate of 10% on tax and ESES. Premium for life policy for LIC, you can pay for self, spouse, children. So if it is paid for father, it is not allowed. Okay, this is a wonderful problem. There are amendments and more 4 cases they have asked where return is mandatory. If your turnover exceeds 60 lakhs, gross receipts exceed 10 lakhs. वो electricity foreign travel तो पहले भी था. Please watch the tax amendment videos. In 2 amendment videos, I have covered everything. What is needed. Here, this is a question that is PAN necessary or not. For opening a current account, yes. In case of sale of shares, yes. Because the trading is above 1 lakh. In purchase of two-wheeler, no. Four-wheeler hai, so it is mandatory. Purchase of professional laptop 3 lakh, yes. Anything you purchase and sell above 2 lakhs, you need to have PAN card. This is point number 17th in my material. If I can go and show you, but ab काफी time लगेगा. आपके पास है ना? PAN में you have to learn two things. What are the cases wherein the PAN is to be it is necessary to apply for PAN? 5 cases are there. If your income exceeds 250 or if your gross receipts is 5 lakh. And then what are the cases wherein you need to apply the PAN? Where you need to code the PAN. So I hope this part is very clear to you. I have made my best efforts to discuss the RTP. But this is not enough. Take your time. Solve the RTP like this. Hold your hands, keep the video on and solve it. And if you have followed everything, then without looking into the video or into your answers, give yourself at least 10 minutes. Chalo ma'am, I'm into the schedule that I'm studying right now, law or accounts or costing. तो टैक्स का आरटीपी के 2 क्वेश्चन तो सॉल्व करो. दैट 2 क्वेश्चंस व्हेन यू सॉल्व, मोबाइल पीछे, स्टॉप वॉच के लिए गेट समथिंग, व्हाटएवर, कुछ ऐसी छोटा घड़ी लेके आ जाओ. सही में बता रही हूँ, दिस वर्क्स. When I am also preparing to give this live lecture, I worked from say 10:30 to 1:30 without looking into my mobile phone. Seriously, I'm telling you. And God's grace, no one called me in that time. पीछे बेड पे पड़ा था and I'm studying like this, focused on my study table. और इतना satisfaction मिलता है बाद में. So can you do that? Can you give yourself 10 minutes test? Stopwatch लगा के, okay, this is a computation of income problem, 10 minutes. This is a house property problem, 7 minutes. Put stopwatch, write the duration, do it in writing, not by ticking. And that mindset will come and you will surely clear the exams. This time I'll tell you, pity part, even I have failed. I have cleared my inter so many times with awesome marks, exemption and costing, tax and accounts I got 95. But final I failed at 196. तब क्या feeling होती है, I'll tell you. 196 if I have failed and I have solved 90 marks question. Had I solved 100 marks paper, somewhere step mark, somewhere I would have got the 4 marks. So this is being an honest feeling, because I have also been a student of for 5 years and still a student little ahead of you, learning with a lot of you. And thank you so much for bearing with all this technology glitches. Lots and lots of blessings and wishes to all of you. Stay connected on this channel. I'm telling you, only awesome content. I'll give one doubt and I'll come up with a shorts, YouTube shorts. Not too much data ki bas dimag mein dalte jao, to give you more clarity for exam. And YouTube is super good for revisions, for concept clarity, but for once you should take a proper coaching. Trust me, I'm saying what is to be told. Whether I should say it or not, wo baat alag hai. All the best to all of you. Lots and lots of blessings and wishes. Bye-bye. Right? Thank you so much for being with me till end, and do share this with at least 5 of your friends. That will be a thank you from you to me.